Metal-O-Mania. I got my headphones on and my dick in your cat. Let's party. It's time to metal. Metal-O-Mania. Side effects may include a stiff neck, leaking genitals, and bitching neighbors. Fuck them.
Guys, we're okay. Got under control.
One of the most iconic moments in history that any of us will live through, but also deeply, profoundly stupid. The history books covering this period will have to be written in crayon. by a dog.
And the single Dogs of War from Hell Chamber opens up episode number 222 of Metal-O-Mania. Welcome to the show, everybody. And welcome to the show, Miss Scully.
Hello.
How are you, my dear?
I'm wonderful, thank you.
Good to see you. Good to see you. A little bit of Hell Chamber. Canadian thrashy metal outfit Hell Chamber is back. They got a killer single. It's fucking new. They got new material in the works right now. I fucking love it. We opened up the show with it for a reason. And that's because we opened up the show with badassery, right?
Of course.
And speaking of badassery, I love your shirt, Skulls.
Thank you very much.
Look, we are both proud members of the WMS, the World Metal Scene, as it were. So if you're not already, please do join.
Make
Check
sure
them
you
out.
participate.
Yeah,
support the scene.
Fuck yeah,
guys.
support the scene.
That's what we're all about. That's what these guys are all about. That's, what we're here for.
Fuck yeah. And much love to Jason and the gang over there. Yeah, man. Thanks, brother. I got these today. You rule. But we opened up the show with Hell Chamber, but it's been a rough week for metalheads, man. It's been a rough week around here. We've been very busy behind the scenes, but yesterday we lost Mike Howe from Metal Church, for crying out loud.
That's crazy.
What
he
the hell is
wasn't
that?
old, right?
No, 55 years old.
And a healthy guy. So it's
right.
very curious.
Right. All the reports are a health nut, even of a certain extent. So definitely a shocker there, man. I had no idea. It was crazy. Well, and what's weird about that is it is a tale of, you always think you're going to have more time, We almost talked to Mike Howe on the show. It was a little over a year ago. The Skype, that was before we were doing Zoom. We were doing Skype. We had Skype issues. We decided to reschedule. And then later he said, man, we're working on a new Metal Per Church project. I'll come on later. And, it's one of those things where it slipped through the cracks. And, now we'll never do it.
Now
And that
it's
sucks.
Stuck in that crack forever.
Forever. It is awful. And, we at the last moment yesterday decided, once we heard about that news, we decided we were going to play a Last Rocket song as our old school jam this week, which we will still do next week. Well, maybe we even back that up another week, actually, because while I was putting in the Metal Church song that we're going to play tonight as our old school jam, as a tribute to Mr. Howe, who we love, who is literally a legend and a god to me around here. I'm such a Metal Church guy. Yeah. Such a loss. But as I'm doing that, the news of Joey Jordison, the drummer from Slipknot, comes up that at 46 is gone. What in the hell is happening this week, man?
I don't know.
Well, and yesterday was the day, many who know, who follow us on the show, was 3 years ago that I lost my dad. So it was already a terrible day. And then we started getting all this terrible, awful news all day long. Like, what in the hell is going on, man? Good grief.
Right.
Good grief. So that's enough. That's enough, They say it comes in threes. I think my dad's anniversary counts, so that's 3. Let's cap it there.
Right.
No more, No more. But we will play a Metal Church song tonight. And maybe we'll have to play a Slipknot one next week, as a matter of fact, now, since for Joey.
To honor.
Not only is Jordison a ridiculously insane badass and one of the founding members of Slipknot, but man, what a badass drummer. Like, just straight up top shelf, And you'd be hard pressed to find a list of some of the better drummers out there that doesn't have his name on it, is all I'm saying. I know a lot of drummers that got into it because of that guy. So
Right.
huge loss to the metal community this week for everybody. So that sucks a whole lot. But we are here to celebrate metal, and we'll celebrate those guys as well and honor them as the gods and the metal heads that they are and what they mean to us.
Right.
But we are going to bring in some awesome metal heads tonight. We're going to talk to Evile on the show tonight.
Yeah, fuck yeah. That's
Very
awesome.
excited about that. They have that brand new release, Hell Unleashed, which is just ridiculous. It's just insane. It's so good. There's so many videos out for it. We decided to play Paralyzed tonight from it, which I can't wait. And we're going to be talking to Ben from the band tonight on the show. And then we're going to be talking to Mental Cavity as well out of Australia.
Right. Okay, awesome. I love that.
MASS REBEL INFEST is the name of their new release. It is insanely good. It is must-own shit. Both of those are just fantastic releases.
Make sure you get them.
You must get them. You must get, and we're going to hit hard on, I noticed that looking at the playlist today, we have a lot of Canada. We opened up with Canadian band, even Hell Chamber.
Okay.
But we got a lot of Canada, we got a lot of Mexico, and we got a lot of Australia on the playlist. A lot of those are going to be heavily represented tonight.
Nice.
So.
Okay.
And we're going to throw in some California for good measure.
All right.
So there you go. But how you feeling, Miss Scully? The heat getting to you yet?
It is so hot, and I'm tired.
Yeah.
But,
The heat will
I'm
suffocate
good.
you.
Otherwise,
It'll suffocate you.
I know the dog wants to go out for a walk because, to him it's just the daytime and
Yeah,
it's
let's
time to
go.
go for a walk. And I'm like,
It's like, man, it's
no,
4,000
you gotta
degrees.
wait, right?
It's sweltering. It's that heat where you can see the shit on the road.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
yeah,
that,
definitely.
That sheen look.
Wavery.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Whatever.
I don't like it.
And he doesn't like to walk in the grass.
No,
My
yeah,
little
he wants to
prima
walk on the
donna
street.
dog.
Yeah,
He has to walk on the road.
our prima donna 145-pound
And
dog.
he's gonna burn his poor little fat
Oh,
balls.
jeez.
So I don't want to work right
jeez. But yeah, fuck it. But yeah, it is definitely hot, man. But summer's in full swing. We're gonna be hitting the road. Matter of fact, we're gonna head off to Atlantic City and get some beaches in because we need to. Scully needs
maybe
to.
a little gambling because you know.
Yeah, a little gambling, a little prostitution, a little whatever.
I had to
a
like
little
offer
beaches.
something because the idea of just baking on the beach is not Crip's idea of fun.
Right.
So,
So the prostitution did it for me.
I had to like give and take a little.
Yeah.
You know.
So we're gonna
But
have
I
fun.
told him I wasn't taking it all by myself.
Yeah,
So.
we're gonna hire somebody to help.
Like we're going on vacation, damn it. We're gonna
Yeah.
hire help for the hard part.
Let's do it. I'm into it. Yeah, well, vacation starts Thursday, right? Because the Thralls of Metal guys are coming to town, man.
They
Our pals in the Thralls of
arrived.
Metal are coming to Maryland.
Thursday night.
Yeah. We're going to celebrate a birthday together. Jam and John turns 40. I turn 34.
You wish.
And we're going to celebrate our birthdays together. It's going to be a good time. We're going to get tattoos on Friday on our birthdays. We're going to do a
their
party on
butts.
Saturday. Oh, yeah. We're all getting tattoos on our dongs. I haven't told them that part yet. But when they get here, they got surprises in store.
Right.
Especially Necrotic Nick, who doesn't like needles, man. Tattoos on your dong, brother. That's the way we're going to
I
ride.
had said butts. I'm sorry that you guys.
I took it to the
all of a
next level,
sudden,
bro.
Yeah, got it on your
So
dong.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
There's
But
certain things you don't want to get on your dong.
yeah, right. A tattoo is definitely one of them. Well, in fact, our tattoo artist, Joe One, who will be doing our ink for us this Friday, who has done all of these, as a matter of fact. I was thinking the other day, I got like 4 or 5 Joe tattoos at this point. And I'm about to get another one. So he's easily my tattoo guy, I would say.
Guy.
But
You
we're
got a
going to.
guy.
Yeah, I got a guy.
Oh,
But
yeah?
we're going to go see him this week and get added tattoos to him, man. It's going to be a good time. But he's done some on the show for us and
And he's
everything.
going to do all 4 of you guys.
Yeah.
In like record time.
Yeah. And he's told me before, though, he doesn't do it on dongs. He doesn't tattoo dongs.
Oh, okay.
He's
that's
an
where that was
anti-donger.
going. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't blame you. Hey,
yeah,
man, you're an
I get
artist.
that.
You can choose your tapestry. That seems reasonable.
You don't want to hold some dude's dick in your hand.
Yeah,
That's
right.
fine.
That's a personal choice. I can, whatever you want to do. But yeah, we are going to be talking to Evile and Mental Gravity tonight on the show. Next week, we're going to be talking to Militaria and Cognitive. Good shit, man. There's good shit underway, even though it is an awful week in the background. Again, I was thinking not only earlier about losing my. Go ahead. What were you
I
going
mean,
to
it's a good time of year because
Yeah,
you guys,
it
the
is.
Olympics is on.
Oh, yeah, we are doing the Olympics in full swing.
Yes.
She's loving it. We got some catching up to do, but we'll do that later
yeah,
tonight.
but
so.
I love it. We talked about it, so we won't dig into it. But
Yeah,
just,
but it's a good time.
you mentioned
We've
everything
enjoyed
was
it.
bad, so I just wanted to mention something good.
Well, I just, again, for me, it all goes back to yesterday. Yesterday was 3 days since I lost my old man. It's a big day.
I get it.
And honestly, what struck me is thinking about it earlier today. I was sitting in my studio, and I don't know how many goofy people there are out there like me. I'm hoping a lot. Back me up because I'm hoping I'm not on an island here. So. But I found myself, I don't know, when I'm doing mindless work in the studio, working on the show, I find myself kind of saying goofy shit out loud for the fuck of my, just for the fuck of it.
Okay.
I find, fucking suck my dick and suck my balls and I'll buy you things at the malls. I say stupid shit like that. You know what I mean? It's nothing. It's dumb. But I did strike me in thinking about my father earlier that never in his lifetime did my ever father. Like, what a difference in the generation. Is that generational or is that personality? Is that am I just nuts and he wasn't? Or is that generational? What is it?
So,
Because
wait a
there's
minute.
no way my father ever sat around going, suck my dick, suck my balls, I'll buy you shit at the malls. He never did that.
So,
ever.
I'm going to correct
Ever.
you on that. I don't believe he probably was ever singing about his balls.
Okay.
So, for that, the topic of conversation, I guess, has changed. But I guarantee your dad sat around singing stupid little jingles to himself and
I hope so.
Guarantee it.
I hope so. How many of you sit around
Guarantee
singing goofy jingles to yourself? And how dirty are they? Because mine get pretty vulgar. I'm a vulgar dude with
Well,
it.
that's you. That's your brain. So,
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
sure a lot of people do those little song and dances without any sexual references at all.
But you
I know
are
that
saying,
surprises you,
So wait a
but-
minute. You just made an argument I was normal with it, and now you're going back to I'm abnormal again.
I said the topic of your
Oh.
the topic.
The topic makes me
thing that
abnormal.
you-
The practice is normal. My topics are abnormal.
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
You're extreme.
I can
So,
live with. I am extreme. Anybody who knows me knows that about me. That's for sure. I am an extreme cat, man. I'm a passionate dude, so I go all
Right.
full tilt. Is what happens. There you go. But anyway, rest in peace, Pop. Much love. Rest in peace, Mike Howe. Rest in peace, Joey Jordison.
And he was a goofy dude too.
Pop was
so
goofy. He did like to be
he had
goofy.
some
You know,
goofy shit, I
they did.
guarantee
He
you.
played like goofy songs for crowds. You know, he would do that. You know, my first
you don't
ever
think
exposure
he
to.
practiced like at home alone or
I
in
don't
the
know.
car driving?
I don't know.
And
maybe.
your dad was a drinker,
Oh yeah, that's true. Pop did like to drink,
and have
so
you
he
ever
probably
met a
got
drinker
slammed
that
up and
didn't
got a
start
little
singing?
tuneful.
Yeah,
Huh. It's funny because.
and he loved Elvis.
Oh well, yeah.
So his tunes
I guarantee
were,
he was singing some
all
Elvis.
like
Yeah.
Elvis themed, and sounded like offshoots of Elvis songs.
Well, there was a time even where Pop would go to karaoke events, and he had bought an Elvis wig. He had like a crazy Elvis jacket he would wear, and he would sing Elvis songs. Pop was all into it, man. I'm a ham because it comes by. I come by it naturally.
Right.
I got the bloodlines. That's for sure. Pop. My first ever exposure to talking in front of people was like bluegrass festivals, and Pop. They were all just. Get on stage and tell jokes and shit. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't care. All right, well, let's get into the show. What do you think? We got plenty to cover tonight.
Well,
we
we
got
did
2
a
killer
little
interviews.
already,
Yeah.
right?
Oh man, the
Tell us
Hellbent. I'm
again.
telling you, please do support that band. That's a new single from them, out of Canada, and I got 2 songs coming up for you right now.
Okay, what do you got?
I'm going to open this twofer up with some -6. We're going to play the song "Thrive" from "The Truth Shall Set You Free," repped by our main man Vlad out there. By the way, shout out to my man Vlad. He sent us this in our email, and I was like, "Fuck yeah." Out of Oakland, California, blending that thrashy, riffy element with some crushing metalcore feel. I'm really digging these cats a lot, and you will as well. So we're going to open that up, and then we're going to play Sense of Noise. The song is Zero Kill. This is featuring Bjorn Strid of fucking Soilwork, so you all know Bjorn.
Okay.
Zero Killed, it is a single. This is kick-ass melodic death from Mexico. Again, I told you we're going to get into Canada and Mexico tonight, and we're going to Mexico now. We have a lot of Croatia this week, too, so man, we're getting all over the map tonight. It's metal time.
Okay.
You ready to do it?
Yep.
All right, well, let's break some things. Let's have some kick-ass interviews. Let's do killer metal things. Much love.
Much metal.
God, they're so stupid.
We must drive the system motivation.
Yeah, I'm having a great time.
What is this little shitbag up to?
Hey, Chris, or shall I call you the Crypt from the Metal-O-Mania show. It's your good friend here, Brian O'Halloran, and you may know me from such great films as Clerks, Clerks 2, Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, and many, many more. Plus, the upcoming Clerks 3. That's right, we're about to start filming that. You'll be seeing that next year. We hear it's your birthday. Your good friend Dawn has sent me a request to wish you a happy birthday. We have some sort of weird internet connection through other people we all know together. Anyway, she, as a good friend as she is, thought you would enjoy me wishing you a happy birthday. That's awesome, bro. They tell me like you're half the man you used to be, but some of the other friends tell me that just makes you twice the asshole. I guess what happens is you have just a limited amount of asshole in a body, and then when you shrink that body, the assholiness gets, I guess, concentrated. So that's what they're telling me. Anyway, have a great birthday, man. And hey, man, love to hear that Metal-O-Mania internet radio show. Rock on, brother. And if you aren't out there listening to Metal-O-Mania with the Crip as the host, I don't know what you're doing. So happy birthday, brother. I hope you have a great birthday. And hopefully I'll see you in theaters for Clerks 3 next year. We'll see you then. Peace.
37. My girlfriend sucked 37 dicks.
In a row?
coming back. What is clearly now? The fear is setting in your eyes. You'll die behind the filthy mask. The mirror doesn't lie. The end is coming early for the kill. Your war, I will.
Red thingy moving toward the green thingy.
What?
Red thingy moving toward the green thingy. I think we're the green thingy.
-6 and Sense of Noise, a little tour for you to keep the show rolling on Metal-O-Mania episode number 222. And it's going to be a full one. We got the packed house tonight. We're going to have 2 interviews. We're going to rip Scully's WMS shirt off at some point during the show, but we don't know when. You have to keep tuned in. But good stuff. But we do have big plans this week. We're going to bring in the Thralls of Metal guys. I'm very much excited about that. If you're not already following the Thralls of Metal guys, please do on YouTube. They're coming here to invade Maryland. They're going to be in our studio. They're going to be right here where we're at this time, and we're going to hang out. We're going to do some things. We're going to have some fun.
Yeah, it's going to be great, actually. I'm pretty excited.
We're going to do the tattoo day, which is fun. That's going to be Friday. I can't wait. I don't know how many people can see, but I got my... this is my H.P. Lovecraft arm. Joe has put a version... Well, let me give you a little history.
Okay.
What is it? 3 years ago now, we had a contest where people could draw the crypt. Do you remember? Remember that? That was
seems
about
like so much longer ago.
I know, it might be, honestly.
Okay.
But we had a contest, which
Draw
Megan won. One of our listeners, Megan, won.
Megan Crable.
Megan Crable won.
Actually, MK Design Studios.
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
So
MKC Designs
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Studio. And she won the Draw the Crypt contest, which we turned into the art. On our social media stuff, that drawing of me that looks like a zombie, that was our art winner contest from that. And then the runner-up was Michael Irvin, who is also in the band Hangman's Park.
Right.
Who had a really cool design that kind of made me look like a zombie thing.
Like an alien or something.
Like
right?
an alien. I'm sorry. More like an alien. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The zombie was the other one. But the alien thing. But it is badass as well. And that one I got as a tattoo live on the show. Our first ever Joe 1 tattoo was that one live on the show.
Right.
We did a whole episode out of it. It was a lot of fun.
Which you did not think ahead of time where the location.
I know.
Of that
I got
tattoo.
it on the back of my... I was 400 pounds laying on my stomach through the whole episode.
Yeah, that's right. I forget about that angle of it. Yeah, you were fat. So.
I was fat. I was over 400 pounds doing a tattoo, laying on my stomach the whole time. Well, you and Megan and Vincent Matthews of Criminal Element, formerly of Dying Fetus, Bongwood was there that night. We had quite a stacked house for that.
Somebody else was with Vincent. What's the other guy from his band was there
Oh
too.
yeah, Emmanuel. Yeah.
Yes. There you go.
Yeah. And that was a good time. We had and then we did another episode at Joe 1 where we did this one. We got this one live on the show, the My Night Gaunt. Remember?
Okay, right.
And then I went back for my birthday a couple years ago and did the Cthulhu, and then I did this Dagon. This is all my H.P. Lovecraft, and we're going to add Gug, a H.P. Lovecraft monster, to it this Friday. So
and where are you
next
putting
time we come back,
Gug?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's in here. Honestly, I trust Joe, so I kind of leave it to Joe. I just tell him, let's do H.P. Lovecraft, and he's got his designs.
But
and I'm good with
overall,
that.
your guys' long-term plan is a whole sleeve.
I would like to cover this arm in H.P. Lovecraft stuff.
So
I'd like to put the background of Yog Sothoth and stuff.
Doing that already.
Yeah.
In his thought process.
Yeah, he's working in his mind already on what's going to ultimately be a sleeve of H.P. Lovecraft. And it's just going to be like a long sleeve I have on all the time. That's all, you know? I'm not doing any on my hands.
Out
I'll
on
keep
the
my
limb
hands
by
free.
myself. I completely understand.
Yeah, the metal crowd's not going to back you.
Support me. I'm not into tattoos.
I know. She doesn't have any, you guys.
I
Not
have
a single
none.
tattoo.
I don't think I could ever think of anything that I would want for the rest of my life on my body. So
What about me? You don't want me on your body?
I have that. Plenty.
Covered. Well, I drew a perfect picture of my cock and balls. I thought you could make an awesome tattoo out of that.
I'm good. I got plenty of access to that.
Oh, goodness.
But no, like seriously, I'm not. When we got together, I knew you had tattoos, which at that point, honestly, were all really lame.
Yeah, they really were. This one's a cover up of one. I've had Joe has actually helped save some of mine.
Yeah. But you never told me you were like into the sleeve thing.
Well, we were broke back then. We couldn't afford tattoos. We couldn't afford tattoos, so it wasn't a point of conversation.
So true. We never imagined.
A tattoo was a dream back when we got together, man. Yeah, people may not know. Me and Scully me and Scully have been together almost 23 years, and we've
a long fucking time.
A long time. We put in our struggles, man. We put in our years. We raised kids together. We had some bleak days in the beginning.
Oh my God, it was.
Living in trailers, huddled around heaters in the fucking. We had a trailer. Yeah,
we often ran out
so
of oil.
We ran out of oil. We would have to run an electric heater in one room of the trailer where all of us had to be in the same room.
Sleep in the same room for the night.
That's it, man.
You could see your breath.
You did what you had to do back then, man. But we made it through and we survived it, didn't we?
So funny.
Hey,
No,
builds
it's
character.
funny.
Yeah,
Right,
it's funny. It wasn't so funny then. Oh man, I remember we were in the trailer and one of the kids came in the room one day and was like, I think the ceiling's starting to buckle in the living room. It was snowing outside.
Yeah, he's like, the ceiling's like hanging down
and dripping. Yeah. Scully was out in the 50 feet of snow on the roof of the trailer.
I had to get up there.
Yeah,
you can't send your kid up there. And
I was 400 pounds.
Too
so.
fat.
Yeah.
You were 400 pounds then.
No, I was 3-something now, I'll bet.
No way. Not when we first got together. You were still in the 200s.
Yeah, maybe.
Or low 200s, probably.
I'm not even 200 now, though, you guys.
Yeah.
Shout out. Much love. And thank you for the support, by the way. I get a lot of you guys hit me up all week long. And what's really cool, actually, is when new people join and start watching the show. I get a lot of that lately, which I do love. So their first exposure is this, right? What I look like today. And then they'll go get into the archives a little bit and be like, what the fuck? I've had a lot of people hit me up and be like, dude, I just watched episode like 152 and you, what the fuck happened? That's not even you, brother.
Dude, he sounds fat.
Yeah,
I know, I'm going to say that every time.
But it is crazy, yeah.
Crazy.
Crazy stuff, man.
Like our neighbors thought that, I was with a different man now.
That's funny, right? There was when we moved into the house that we're in right now, I was over 400 pounds. And all the neighbors obviously saw me. There was the incident where the tree fell on the house. So the neighbor came over to talk to us during that even and met me and all that. So then later, as I lost the weight, we do a lot of hibernating
outside
in
much, right?
We stay inside.
We walk our dog at night where we're not going to run into people.
Yeah, we're dicks. We just stay to ourselves. But anyway, the
COVID.
rumor was
it was COVID.
Yeah, right. COVID. There you go. I'm blaming it on COVID. But the rumor apparently in the neighborhood was that she had replaced me. She had left the fat guy for some skinnier guy. And in a way you did, my love. In a way you did, because I'm not that guy no more. $180 now, baby. So, but yeah, pretty crazy. But, part of that is I'm sweating my butt off working to the bone here lately for you because, for you. Because we've been working on the studio. We're sitting in what will be the new studio here right now, as a matter of fact. Above our head, we have a bunch of my fat guy shirts. I've been telling you all night about how I used to be fat. My 5X shirts are literally part of the studio now, man.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
We had a pretty cool idea, I think, to
I like it.
Turn them into something useful.
I like it.
We talked about turning them into like a not like a quilt, but like a tapestry of some sort.
Right, or pillows at one point.
Yeah, we talked about maybe pillow covers or but I think this idea is pretty cool.
Pretty cool. We'll share some pictures on social media.
It looks like a hot topic though.
I know, somebody came in and was like, dude, your studio looks like a hot topic now with all the shirts up everywhere. Yeah.
It totally does.
Now I got to pierce my dick or something, right?
Whoa.
Do I got to pierce my dick? And that what the hot topic employees pierce their dicks.
Whoa. Well,
I'm pretty sure that's true.
I don't know.
Okay. But what other details about the Thralls visit? We're gonna start a sign me wall
so,
here,
me and Nick
so they'll be
are the
signing.
ones going to be hanging out because
because neither one of you two are getting tattoos.
He doesn't do tattoos either.
Right.
So I think we're going to go check out some things.
Yeah, you guys are going to go to Kapow
Annapolis area, So I didn't realize you were already saying all the agenda.
Oh well, yeah. All right, I erased that, Nick. You didn't hear that.
Oh, I don't know if it's a surprise or you're sharing. I don't know.
Right. Whatever. Well, give me some stickers and stuff while you're there, though, please. If I end up not going with you, I'm thinking it'll be you, Nick.
Be the longest tattoo.
Yeah, I'm getting the longest tattoo probably, but yes, I'm looking forward to it. Treadlord's coming, Jammin' John's coming, Necrotic Nick's coming. Our son Kai is going to join us to get a tattoo. He's getting a Grateful Dead tattoo, I believe. So he's got a cool Clockwork Orange tattoo. Well, it's funny. We're all generations. My dad I got my love of music from my father, for sure, but not the same music by no stretch. Pop loved country music and bluegrass and fucking Motown, which I do love some Motown, to be honest. But I never got the country music bug at all. The bluegrass music kind of scares me a little bit. It makes me want to cover my butthole for some reason. I guess because I've seen Deliverance too many times. But
how many times did you watch Deliverance?
About 120.
You know what's gonna happen.
It's a fucked up movie. I like that movie. But fucking poor Ned Beatty. Oh, we just lost him a year or two ago. But
oh my god.
But yeah, I fucking got my love, and then my kids all got a love of music for me, but none of them for my music either. None of my kids are big giant metalheads. None of them.
No, not really.
No, crazy. You don't like what your parents like, I guess, no matter what it is. So, although I have some friends that are metalheads that were able to raise metalheads, but anyway, I'm jealous, guys. I'm jealous. All right, well, let's play some music, shall we?
Yeah,
I got a big block of music coming in for you. And matter of fact, we're going to play some jams. We're going to bring in Ben from Evile. We're going to do a little bit of covering the map here for you as well. So let's open this up with some Demon Ripper, man. This badass debut. Oh, that's our first debut of the night, isn't it?
Drink up. Drink
up. If you're new to the show, every time we say debut, drink up. Attend to your habit. Whatever it is you do, do your thing. And this is a full-length debut from Mexico, from a Mexican band that is just kick-ass, Demon Ripper. We're going to play the song Slayer from the release Mind Reset, which I believe we could both use one of those right about now. And then we're going to play some Blacklist. Blacklist are some UK thrashers. This release is on fire. They have put out a few singles, but that was all leading up to this debut release, which is out now, and it's called Disciples of Time. We're going to play Vengeance from it. And right behind that, how about we bring in our buddy Ben from Evile to talk a little bit about Hell Unleashed?
All right.
Wanna?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Here you go then.
Sounds great.
Fuck yeah. Strap in and let's metal. Don't go nowhere. We got more show.
With a little extra effort, I think we can up our likability fast. Are you ready to do what it takes?
You mean sex stuff?
That's possible, yeah.
Then yes.
Then let's aggressively make people like us!
what your problem is, Bravo? You're so short, your brain is just too close to your asshole.
Hello and welcome to the Mental Health Hotline. If you are obsessive compulsive, press 1 repeatedly. If you are codependent, ask someone to press 2 for you. If you have multiple personalities, press 3, 4, 5, and 6. If you are paranoid, we know what you are and what you want. Stay on the line and we'll trace your call. If you're delusional, press 7 and your call will be transferred to the mothership. If you are schizophrenic, listen carefully and a small voice will tell you which number to press. If you are depressive, it doesn't matter which number you press, no one will answer you. If you are dyslexic, press 69696969. If you have a nervous disorder, please fidget with the hash key until the beep. After the beep, please wait for the beep. If you have a short-term memory loss, please try your call again later. And if you have low self-esteem, hang up. All our operators are too busy to talk to you.
That's a twist.
When this is over, I'm gonna fuck you to death with your own broken feet.
And a sexual predator, too.
Just makes me thrive. I switch off
in your life.
And now for something completely different.
All right, Metal-O-Maniacs. Well, as you can see, the badassery continues here on Metal-O-Mania as I'm joined by my pal Ben from, honestly, one of my favorite bands doing it right now, Evile, brother. How are you, sir?
I'm very well, my friend. How are you?
Well, you've made my day by joining me, my friend.
Thank you, man. It's a pleasure to be on. Thank you for asking me.
Long time fan, man. As a fan, it's always something interesting. You know, I notice it'll almost like seep through the fandom that a band has elevated that status from a new band to a veteran band. But I'm always curious, when does that transition happen for the band itself? At what point is there an established number of albums? At what point are you like, you know what, we're veterans on this fucking thing now?
No, I don't think it ever happens, and I think it's something that your peers kind of give you that label. You know, like your workhorses and people kind of see that you've been around for a long time. I think it's other people that label you like that. For us, we still consider ourselves to be paying our dues and working hard and being pretty green at what we do. You know, we just keep going, and yeah, we don't really think that we're seasoned veterans and we've been and seen a lot. We have. We're 5 albums deep now, and we have seen a lot, but I'm pretty sure there's far more to see. So that's why we can't wait to be back out and kicking asses, taking names, all that kind of shit, you know?
Oh, well, from your lips to the metal god's ears, my brother, let's do this thing. I'm ready.
Do it.
I feel caged in too long or something, man. Well,
yeah, exactly. I think everyone feels the same, brother. And it's one of those where we need a little bit of freedom now because it's starting to take the fucking piss. You know?
No shit, man. Well, I think your album title is pretty apt because as we hit the stages again, as we hit the mosh pits again, I believe Hell Unleashed is going to be a pretty good description.
Yeah, definitely. I think that was part of the reason we named the album that in the first place. It's 8 years of pent up frustration at not being able to gig, tour properly, like the ups and downs of the band, and like you said, like the members of the band come in and everything's like a revolving door. You know, we've had one member come in and then another one disappear, and then lineup changes over the years, and people have grown up, they've had kids, real life's got in the way a little bit, and people grow out of this shit. You know,
right? It's
an industry that dictates that you have to be paid as a child. And still do it into your adult life on the same kind of money that you earn when you're like, 15 and 16 years old. And it's unsustainable for people, you know, but we always said if we were in it for the money, we'd have quit a long time ago. We're in it because we love what we're doing. We've all invested too much time and effort into it. And to walk away from anything now would just be ridiculous. So, yeah, Hell Unleashed it's a culmination of everyone's just aggression and pent up just being really pissed off and fucked off with life. That's what it's all about, dude.
Well, hey, that's what our genre's about, man. I think that's what attracts us crazy metalheads to this thing in the first place. As our brains operate, therefore you're pissed off, and therefore your music should fucking, be the soundtrack for that.
Yeah, it's definitely a platform for it, dude. But I think compared to the old material as well, it's just got more teeth, it's got more balls. It's just a lot more frantic and a lot more energy. And the way we feel about the current situation, it's manifested itself in the recording session. You know, it was all there for all of us. I gave myself 5 days to do the drum tracks, and I did it in 3. And I hit those drums like they were someone else's. I beat the fuck out of them that time. So, yeah, it is what it is. It's good to be back, but at the same time, we're still kind of sat around on our hands waiting to gig, you know? It's frustrating still.
Fuck yeah. Well, and let's talk a little bit about the last 8 years, if we might. Evile had certainly developed themselves as a band. You guys were putting out an album every other year. You were dropping some EPs. You were dropping some singles, and then it did hit a little bit of tumultuous years, I guess, for lack of a better description, right? I mean, obviously you're coming out the other side of it now, and I'm glad to see that, but did you grow? Talk to me about that process.
So, Oliver Drake, lead guitarist and current frontman of the band, he kind of realised that, like I said, he got frustrated at living on a child's wage, shall we say, and not really getting the benefits and the rewards of playing in a touring band. So he wanted a bit of time away from the band. He wanted to kind of get a proper job, earn some decent money, get a house, have some kids, and just do everything that an actual adult wants to do with their lives. And he needed the finances and everything to enable that. So that's why he stepped away from the band. At the time, it was absolutely devastating for us because he's our secret weapon, really. You know, as much as Matt was our James Hetfield, all's guitar playing is off the chart scary. You know, he's a beast.
He is
he's
a beast.
Legitimate guitar beast.
He is.
So that hurt us. That damaged the band, and it damaged the work ethic of the band, and we kind of plateaued and didn't really know what to do next. So we got a guy called Piers Donofuller into the band. Did a handful of shows with him, and I think Piers thought that we were going to be a little bit busier than we were. We didn't have any tours. The label kind of dropped us after the 4th album because that delivered, that finished the record deal. And we were a bit like, shit, what are we doing? So then Piers became complacent and wasn't turning up to rehearsals. He was getting difficult to contact. But at the same time, his day job was taking off, and he was earning decent money and getting promotion after promotion in his day job. So his priorities shifted as well. So that left me, Matt, and Joel, and we were just kind of thinking, shit, what are we going to do now? We needed a guitarist. There was work being done on the 5th album, albeit very, very slow. And all just kind of joked in passing that he might want to come back sometime. And that was it. Right, you're back.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
No hesitation, my friend. Let's go.
No hesitation. It was like, let's fucking do this. So we started work on the 5th album. And then at the same time, Matt kind of got complacent about it. There's some issues in terms of songwriting and the speed and the drive and the motivation just wasn't there. And I think Matt's been struggling with his health for so long now. It kind of took a priority to him to look after himself and put himself first. And the way that Matt justified leaving Evile to us was that as much as he loved being on stage and playing the songs night after night for that, like, an hour or 2 hours or whatever the fuck it is, he couldn't justify traveling around the world for all the rest of the hours in the day, missing his family. He's got newborn and 2 daughters, his missus. And it was that thing of, like, he didn't want to leave and something happened to him, like what happened to our bassist, Mike Alexander. Matt survived a pulmonary embolism. I don't know if a lot of people know that. And that kind of made him readdress the worth of going away with the band. So for his own sake, he kind of stepped away and said, yeah, it's time for me to just disappear now.
Hard to blame him.
Yeah. I mean, I will never ever say anything bad about Matt, because like I just said a minute ago, Matt was every much as intrinsic and key to Evile's success and popularity as all was, He was our James Hetfield. I challenge anyone to sing the way Matt sung and play the complicated guitar parts that he used to play and do it justice. It's a very, very difficult job. And it has its stresses and all that kind of stuff.
I play Thrasher every day still, but go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
Every single day, yes, sir.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. But yeah, that in itself presented another challenge. It was like, well, how do you replace the frontman of a band? You can't. It's the identifier. It's what makes it like your unique selling point in a way. Matt's vocals always shone through. So the only way we could get past it and keep it familiar with the fans is for all to step up to vocal duties, because he knows all the songs. He's obviously written all of them. So yeah. Then we thought, right, shit, we need a rhythm guitar player. Who can we ask? And that list was even shorter than the ones that we had,
Right.
So, yeah, this is the difficulties we've faced over the past few years.
Right.
We were fortunate that in Huddersfield, where we live in the UK, there's another up-and-coming thrash band called Riptide. So if you haven't heard those guys, check them out. They're fucking insane.
Awesome.
But they're very young. They're at like early 20s, They're all full of beans and energy. And I kind of suggested Adam, who's the front man, to play rhythm guitar, because he's a big Evile fan anyway. He knows us. He's, we've been friends for years. And he said, yeah.
Awesome.
So that's it. Back together.
Fuck yeah. And at just the right time too, right? I mean,
yeah, exactly. I mean, we realized pretty soon after that, after getting Adam on board, that we needed to get on with the 5th album. And within the space of maybe 6 months, it was done in its entirety. The work ethic was there. The drive and determination was there, and Adam brings like a different kind of like youthful exuberance and a bit more what's the word? He's just ambitious, He wants to do it. He's
hunger.
Got a lot more. Yeah, it's hunger. Yeah, definitely. And you can hear it in his playing. You see it in how he composes himself at rehearsals. He's got a lot to offer the band. So yeah, good choice.
Well, yeah, and good choice for him too, if you don't mind my saying, man, because each record has gotten successively better. You know, you guys fucking bring it, man. And dude, this Hell Unleashed it's a monster. This is a monster record, brother.
We're so proud of it, and it's one of those things that going into the studio, we were all terrified because we hadn't really played together much because of the COVID situation. We haven't been allowed to get together. You know, 4 guys making a shitload of noise in a warehouse or a rehearsal room or whatever, we'd have got arrested. So that presented its own fucking challenges, you know, like not being able to just play in a room together was shit. And then you go to one of the best studios in England and try and lay down your comeback album. And it was like almost forgetting how to do what we do. But we, you know,
right,
nailed it.
Obviously, I was going to say, man, if I can judge just the result of it, it's like riding a bike for you because you got in there and hit a home run. Well, and you know, with the added pressure of moving to the vocal spot, you know, a home run from him, by the way. You know, I mean,
definitely
knocked it out of the park completely.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've had a lot of comments online on the videos that we put out early on saying, you know, how was all going to perform the older stuff. Stuff like Naked Sun and Thrasher and Tomb and all that kind of stuff. And we'll get there eventually, but what people have to remember is it's very, very early days for all in terms of vocals, whereas Matt's got 20 years experience under his belt, you know?
Yeah, right.
I've no doubt that All's going to conquer it. I mean, his death growls and his gravelly tone and that kind of thing, that's how he naturally presents his voice. But with a little bit of training, you know, it's Matt's brother, so of course he's going to be able to get there, you know?
Right, that's right, yeah.
So these people that are naysaying All as a vocalist, just give him some time, you know, have faith. When has he ever let anybody down before, you know?
Never. And Hell Unleashed, I think the vocals are outstanding on it. I really do.
They really suit the aggression and the ferocity and the nature of the songs.
For sure.
Yeah.
Is it a different sound? Sure, but what the fuck? That's awesome. It's it's aggressive. It's fucking punches you in the face. It's Hell Unleashed. Goddammit.
I think it's a different sound, but at the same time, it's still evidently us. You can listen to 3 or 4 bars, and it still sounds Evile. We've got that like almost bottled lightning thing of you can identify us. I would like to think. So yeah, so whatever it is that makes us, it's there in spades on this new album, definitely.
Fuck yeah! For those of us who are emerging, as it were, from our hibernation, Hell Unleashed needs to be a part of your soundtrack out there, ladies and gentlemen. Metal-O-Maniacs, near and far. Trust me when I tell you. Pick this up. What's the best way for them to? What benefits the band? I feel like, especially during this time, what's the way that best benefits the band for them to follow?
Buy a physical copy of the album from any outlet you can find, really. Like I know it's on Amazon over here in the UK and Europe. I'm guessing it's going to be in outlets over there in the States. You can buy it directly from the record label themselves at their web store.
Yeah,
but buy some merch. You know, no, Napalm.
Right. Okay.
Napalm. Yeah, we used to be on Earache for the last 4 albums. Now we're on Napalm Records.
Awesome. Okay.
So, but yeah, support the band like buying physical stuff. Don't stream. Don't illegally download it because that sucks. All that kind of shit.
It fucking sucks.
But yeah, I'm old school, so I like having a copy in my hand. You know. In fact, I'll just show you something.
Yes, sir. We beat the record around here, man. You need the physical copy. There it is, baby. Yes,
so that is. We got friends in Japan, and they sent us a Japanese copy of the album.
Oh, that's awesome!
Which is absolutely insane. Like to think that this is on shelves in Japan. It's like
we actually are broken. We preach it every week here on the show. Metalheads, let the pop fans buy their streaming bullshit. We need hard copies, man. We're a hard copy genre. There's the art, Well, speaking of which, who did the art for the new album? I think it's badass, by the way.
We've gone to Michael Whelan for the artwork again. He did Infected Nations artwork, and he's done everything. He's done Sepultura. He's done he's done too much. He's done stuff for Stephen King.
Yeah, crushing.
He's a great old school fantasy horror artist, and we wanted something that was a totally different color scheme from everything that we've done before. We wanted something that stood out on a shelf in a store, and we wanted something that defines the new sound, really. And it's perfect. As soon as we saw it, we were like, yes, that's it. It's going to look great on T-shirts. We can do so much with it for backdrops and other artwork. And yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to order T-shirts for it as soon as we get done talking, man. Scully loves the artwork too, so I got to get one for Scully.
Perfect, dude. Thank you. We've nicknamed the guy Jim.
Jim. Oh well, I'll be proudly sporting Jim soon, my friend.
Awesome, dude. I appreciate that. Thank you, brother.
Well, fucking Ben, I appreciate the hell out of your time and coming to hang out with us here at Metal-O-Mania.
I appreciate you as well, my friend. Thank you for asking me on board. This is Ben from Evile. You're watching Metal-O-Mania with Crypta and Scully.
It's a full moon. Beware the moon and stick to the road. Oops.
Wow. Only 3 more hours, you people. Only 3 more hours and you can take me away from this crappy goddamn planet full of hippies.
Exploration ramps up, it'll be the corporations that name everything. The IBM Stellar Sphere, the Microsoft Galaxy, Planet Starbucks.
How do I relax? Well, like many other Americans, I come home and I pet my dog. You see, petting your dog is one of the most relaxing things you can possibly do. It releases a hormone called oxytocin, which reduces stress. Also, it lowers your heart rate and it lowers your blood pressure. Plus, people who pet their dogs are 5 times more likely to live longer than people who just have cats. Plus, the dogs like it so much, and it's a nice bonding experience. That's right. Good daddy's little boy. Daddy's little boy. Daddy's little boy. That's right.
That is not dead which can eternal lie, and with strange eons even death may die.
Oh, that's not right. No.
Huge thank you to Ben from Evile for coming by Metal-O-Mania, brother. You kick so much ass, man. I'm such a huge fan of that band, really. I've been a fan of Evile for such a long time. That's another one of those, man. You know, don't get me wrong. Every single band we talk to, it means I take it personal. I appreciate the time that you guys take to spend with us, man. And, you know, but there is a level, though, when it's a band, you know, you've been listening to for a long, long time and you're able to talk to those. It's just cool, man. I appreciate you coming on, Ben, for real. It means the world to me. And Hell Unleashed, if you have not picked that up already, you're doing yourself a disservice.
Yes.
It is as mandatory as Deuce snoring under the desk while we record our shows for you. So there you go. Can you hear that motherfucker?
He's a little loud tonight.
He's going off. All right. But
what's funny is he comes in here and goes right to fucking sleep.
Yeah, immediately. He'll be all day. And then the minute we start recording, he's out and snoring.
Snoring.
It is. That's why it's Snoring Dog Studios in here, because literally every single time we're doing this, Deuce is, every time you see us, Deuce is below us snoring every time. But not to be overlooked, by the way, after Evile, after we talked to Evile and played the Paralyzed song, we followed that up with some Anomaly. Anomaly, that is a debut as well, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So get your drink on.
All right.
That's a 4-piece from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, bringing death shit to the party and crushing it. Fucking love that. Anomaly. Perfect Storm was the title track off of their new release, which you must get. And then we followed that up with our buddies out of Acton, Iowa. You know, we had Steve DiGiorgio, the great Steve DiGiorgio of Testament, of Death, of literally 127,000 bands. I swear to God. Every time I turn around, there's like, Steve DiGiorgio's in another project. But he's also a part of that Acton, Iowa that we just played for you. And that song is Your Dark Desires off of Negative. Just killer, man. Just killer. That band calls Croatia home base. But at this point, they're so interdispersed everywhere,
all over the place,
and you know, and again, Steve DiGiorgio is a part of that. They've done a lot of cool guests have appeared on this Negative record, though. So do check it out, man. They are spider webbed everywhere. So there you go. We had Evile come in. We talked to Ben. Very good time, man. And again, we're still going to be talking to Mental Cavity out of Australia here in just
a little later on.
A little bit. So are you ready to go to Atlantic City, love?
Oh God, yes.
That is on tap.
You know, I haven't necessarily wanted to say anything, you know, but I have had some itchy palms lately. So
oh, look, we're going to win some money.
Doesn't that mean good things?
Yeah,
right?
well, which hand? If it's your right hand, you're going to lose money. If it's your left hand, you're going to make money.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to start paying attention then. I don't know.
If it's your right hand, you're giving your money away. If you have a left itchy hand, money's coming to you. Is the old, you know, wives' tale?
I didn't realize. I thought it was just
itchy hands means. Well, I'm going to go with your definition.
Okay.
Whatever I believe whatever you believe is what it is. So let's go ahead and believe what you believe. Yours is more optimistic. I'm down.
Right.
And I'm looking forward to Atlantic City. It's been a while. You and I have been there before.
Yes.
And we had a good time.
It's close. It's really, you know,
it's driving distance.
That's what it came down to.
Yeah.
It was like, how much time do we have to travel?
Right.
And how far do we want to drive to do it? And so we
With
had
a
a certain
beach
radius.
and
right. You know?
Yeah, right.
So.
Yeah, and what's funny now is we used to have to get a place with a giant tub if we wanted to fit in the tub together, but we don't have to do that now. We just needed to get a nice tub, and we can still get in there together nowadays. But
that's funny.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to it. We'll do a little bit of gambling. We're not huge gamblers because I don't like to throw my money away so much. But
I'm a sore loser.
Yeah, and she's a terrible, terrible loser. But we will do that. We'll sit on the beach. We'll do lots of. I want to take in some shows, and especially
we did a comedy show the last time we were there.
Yeah,
so that
yeah,
sounds
we'll
like
definitely do that again. You know. Yeah. Anyone who watches the show knows that we're big stand-up comedy people here. Anyway, we're huge for that. If I had the talent for it, I would probably do that. But
actually, isn't somebody big going to be in town when we're there?
I think so. Actually, yeah.
I forget now who it was, but the tickets were a little pricey.
Yeah, I believe so. There's quite a bit. Well, let me ask you this.
Actually, remember there were seats right up front, and I was like, well, of course nobody wants to sit up front. Like, I would never sit up front at a comedy show.
Yeah, somebody's going to fuck and go after you.
Why would
They're
anybody
expensive
ever
shows.
sit up front at a comedy show?
I think Ron White's there. Like, well, let me ask you this. Would you go see Carrot Top? I think Carrot Top happens to be there while we're there. Is that a show you'd be interested in? He's the prop kit guy. You know who Carrot Top is.
I know who he is. Just
the prop guy. We made fun of him on what will be our upcoming stand-up comedy special, by the way. Okay. In a few weeks, we do have Blake Harrison coming by. We have from Pig Destroyer. We have Brian from Acts of Swine. We have some of the Thralls of Metal guys coming in, and we're going to do a countdown of our favorite stand-up comedians.
Okay.
And I will tell you, Carrot Top did not make that list. In fact, I believe we took some shots at him. So, yeah. Okay. But now that there's a chance to see him live, would we go see him live? Would we? You're not that into that, are you?
I would.
Yeah, probably not.
Not into like prop comedy.
Is the Amazing Jonathan still around? Does anybody know?
I don't know who that is. I don't think.
Oh, we will put him, and you'll see him as a matter of fact, where he's going to be one of our stand-up comedy pieces in the show tonight. And I know he was a big headliner in Vegas for a while. Then we're going to Vegas in December.
Right.
We're going to hit both gambling towns. How did that? We're not big gamblers. How did we end up?
Played in 2 vacations.
We planned back-to-back vacations in gambling towns. What happened?
Well, so we finally were like, I think by Christmas time we'll be ready to get on a plane.
To go somewhere, yeah.
And then we're like,
Get
fuck
outta
it, let's
here.
go to the City of Lights to see how they decorate for Christmas.
Yeah, I've never been to Vegas.
I feel like they'll do a good job.
Yeah, Vegas has got to be fantastic
I hope
during
so.
Christmas time. I got to believe that's.
And when it's freezing ass cold, we're going to go where it's nice and hot.
Yeah,
Hopefully
go somewhere
still,
warmer.
Right?
Yeah, hopefully. I believe it's considerably warmer there.
But, you know,
yeah,
right.
Considerably warmer than it will be here, for
Yes.
sure. Here in Maryland, right outside of Washington, D.C., where it gets freezing in the wintertime.
We
Nothing like
a
Minnesota, mind you, but
frozen in. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
But and shout out to those guys. Much love to Henry in Minnesota, man. The Pursuit guys are working on some music right now that is silly. I'm so excited about it. But anyway, but yeah, so we're going to go to Atlantic City and then we're going to go to Vegas. We'll definitely take in some shows in Vegas. There's huge shows in Vegas all the time. So
Yes. We have to support Britney.
Spears?
No, just like
Yeah. She does Vegas, doesn't she?
I know she did. I don't know. I was just
I
kinda
believe she
making
does.
a
Yeah.
joke about the Save Britney.
It is
thing.
time
I
to
mean,
save
not that
Britney, bro.
I should have even said it.
No, I think it's hilarious, and we should say Britney. I mean, I don't know much
Yeah,
about that
that's what I was
story,
gonna
but
say.
it's
I
so
didn't want
fucked
to
up.
get into
you know?
it. Honestly, I from what I've heard, fucking give the
I don't
bitch
know
a
much,
break.
but
Let her
yeah,
have
what
her
the fuck?
life, man.
She's
But-
old enough, dude. I know people that down the street from me that have made far worse decisions than Britney Spears, with far less money and with far worse consequences, that don't have this fucked up a situation as she does. What are you kidding?
Yeah.
She made all that money and has no control over life. That's
Well, the
insane
money is
to
the
me.
crazy thing. They're talking about. They're debating what $60 million.
Yeah. that's a lot
Somebody
of money.
like I was listening to like an expert. He was like, she did a residency in Vegas for how many fucking years straight?
Yeah.
Plus, all the albums, plus all
How
the
much money did
et cetera,
Pop
et cetera,
steal
et cetera,
from
et
her?
cetera. That should be like hundreds of millions
Yeah,
of dollars.
it really should.
That they should be talking about.
It
60
really should.
million is not even a fucking like. There's not enough zeros in that number at all.
Yeah, if you think about it, that's so true, man.
Yeah.
Which means she's been robbed blind.
Right.
It's so fucked, man. That whole story is fucked.
So.
Somebody needs to make a real fucked up, in-depth documentary
Oh,
about
I'm sure
that.
there
so.
probably is.
Yeah,
Well,
you're probably
isn't
right.
there? That's
You're
what
probably
the whole big hype is about recently.
Oh, really? Well, I thought the court case was recent.
well,
so
maybe, I don't know.
I think the court case where I think it went to court recently. That's why it's getting so much hype.
Okay. I thought it was a documentary.
But
okay.
you are not allowed to have control over your life because I'm going to be your conservator. What is it called again? Her
You
conservatory?
don't even know. You have to be able to say it first before you become.
You got to know what it is to do it. All right, that's fair enough. Fair enough. Then. Fair enough. But there you go.
Besides, I don't want to at all know the rules you would try to impose on me. Oh my god, that would be
Ooh,
so
yeah,
funny.
what are you
Actually,
talking about?
X that. I want to know the rules that you would impose on me.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
insert- and I'll write my rules for you.
All right, let's do it.
Next week we'll
do our rules.
We'll share everybody.
All right.
our
If
rules.
I was your conservator, that's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I was basically your power of life attorney person.
Right, like I dictate every single thing you do.
All right.
Or
All right.
you
We're
get
talking about that
nothing.
on the show. I'm going to work on
You
that.
get nothing otherwise.
Other than what I
all of
tell
my
you.
rules.
Okay. All right. All right. We're going to work. Yeah.
That's how that works, right?
Yeah, I
And
believe so.
Who made a law like that?
Yeah. What is that?
Like
that,
I
dude?
didn't even know that was
In
a
the
thing.
land of the free? What the
We
fuck?
can impose a thing on you where like they don't even they don't even have to show her the legal documents.
Right.
That
Or what they're doing with their money. And it's
so
her
crazy.
money. That's the part that I can't. None of you would have anything if this chick didn't sing Make Money. None of you.
Yeah.
You're all fighting and doing this with, you're using her own money to fuck her with. Crazy, man. Crazy. I know it's a metal
So,
show, but
I
dude,
know.
that is crazy. If you know any details of it, free Britney and everybody goddamn else. Anybody in that situation. But yeah, we'll talk next week. What rules would I put on Scully and what would you put on me if we were each other's, whatever that C word is that I can't say. So there you go. How about that? I might sign you
gonna
on to
get
be a part of a
interesting.
human centipede. What about?
Why would you do that?
I don't know. It sounds goofy.
I have no holes left at that point.
Yeah,
That would
never
be
mind. I take it
stupid.
back. I want to save the holes. Save the holes. I promise there will be a lot of hole talk in my list. Anyway.
Sew all of your holes up to somebody else and not access them ever again.
All right. I might not have thought that one through so much. I never said I was smart. I've been doing this show for 5 years. Have you ever heard me say I was smart out here? No, you have not. No, you have not. All right. Let's play more music, though.
Move on.
Yeah.
I
Let's
made
do
a
that.
bad joke that turned into a 10-minute
And then we ran into Britney Spears territory for crying out loud. So here you go. Let's play. Let's play some music. As a matter of fact, I got some good shit coming up for you, man. We're going to open this up with the sandwich of the week, our Metal-O-Mania sandwich.
Yeah.
And I told you earlier, originally our old school jam was going to be Laz Rocket, which is a band we love. And matter of fact, I was going to play that for our buddy DJ Anubis out there, who's a big Rocket fan.
Postpone it a little bit just because of the
circumstances.
Time, right?
Yeah,
So
we switched it up.
Yeah.
So we're going to open this up with some Death Plague. Again, Australia. We're going to go to Australia for our brand new EP that is out. The EP is called Panoramic Bloodscape, and that is also the name of the song we're going to play from it. So Death Plague. Opening up our metal sandwich, and then we're going to do our old school jam of the week, and this is going to be Metal Church. We're going to pay our little tribute to Mr. Howe, who we lost, and we're going to play Badlands. In fact, ever since I heard the news of Mike Howe, this song's been in my head, so we're going to play it tonight, Badlands. It's a great song off Blessing in Disguise. And, the second goddamn singer we've lost, Metal Church, by the way, after Wayne, which is so crazy. But anyway, I won't dwell on that, but we're going to play that, and I tribute, much love, man. We'll see you in another life, sir. And then we're going to play some Death Perception, Bleed to Death, off of the release Ashes, hailing from Canada. I told you we got a lot of Canada, too. They just put out their third full-length album. I'm officially in love with this fucking band, man. Truly, truly badassery. They have a cool mixture of the elements that incorporate killer riffs and deathy shit. You're going to love it. Let's check it out. And then after that, we'll bring in Aaron from Mental Cavity.
Okay.
Also out of Australia.
Nice.
So, yeah, man. I'm looking forward to talking to Aaron, dude. This Mental Cavity release, Mass Rebel Infest. Ridiculous. I'm not kidding. It's so ridiculously badass, man. So check all this out. Don't go anywhere. We got more shit for you on the back end of this. And let's do more metal.
Sounds good.
Unleash hell, demon spawn! Detach the boys from the bone, the veins of fear.
is nothing real outside our perception of reality.
I went to Italy. I was traveling through Italy with one of my best friends. She got ripped off early on in the trip. I'll tell you what happened. This woman walked up to my friend in Italy and actually threw my friend a baby. And when my friend caught the woman's baby, her other kids ran up and took what was in my friend's pockets. So let that be a travel tip for you, you know? If you're over in Italy and someone throws you a baby, swat it to the ground. Swat it to the ground and be like, I don't think so. There's so many stupid people. I want to have my own game show come on 8 o'clock every night on CBS called I Don't Fucking Believe It. I'll be the host. Welcome to the show. Our first contestant tonight is Madge from Methuen, Massachusetts. Madge, are you from Methuen? Yes, Chuck, I am. I've lived in Methuen for 45 years. Worked at a bakery shop for 35 of those 45 years. The answer to your question is yes, God, Chuck, I am from Methuen. Okay, cool. And it says here that you are not retarded. Is that right, man? That's right, Chuck. 4 clinically proven tests say that I am not retarded. All right, Madge, well, take a step up to this lucky wheel and give it a spin, because I don't fucking believe it.
I'll see you in another life, brother.
Little yellow hanky, watch. Examine it. Ordinary?
Yes.
Good. Make a fist. Okay? Put your feet closer to the ground. Now, 2 fists, and raise that one up a little lower. Good. Now, don't worry. Open up one of your fists. A little, just a little wider than you're used to. Good. Now, a little more. I didn't know. I'm sorry, I didn't know. I push this down, close around it so I can't get at it. Good, tight. There it is. You saw it go in there, no tricks. Now, would it be impressive if I could cause that to vanish from his hand and reappears? What? And reappear somewhere else. Where? The silver chalice on my table. Oh, that's funny. Okay, you know what? Blow me. I'm not doing it. You done laughing? Want to open that hand and show him, please? Open and show him. Oh, it's still there. Well, then that means it didn't happen the way you just thought it did. No. Oh! Wait a minute. Music, please. Here, remote control. Take it. Watch. You take that half, I take this half. Press the button. There. Now, that's a budget.
Hey! Uh-oh.
Stand to that one. We have a very special guest in our audience tonight. This is very cool. Playing in Las Vegas like I do on a full-time basis at the Sahara, I get to see a lot of celebrities coming through Vegas. I didn't know if anybody would be here tonight, but this is cool because I just found out who's here in the audience tonight. First of all, from Pantera, ladies and gentlemen, the band, we have Vinny. Vinny, stand up. Take a bow. Yes.
Fucking bleeding heart bullshit.
Trapped inside this
So this TV won't stop bleeding.
You see that? It's made of chicken. It's actually made of chicken. You kill it, you got free chicken. You can sell it to people. Or don't kill it, fucking eggs come out of their arses. Fucking hell.
Jessica! Did you sleep with your goddamn teacher? What? Did you sleep with your teacher? Mr. Wilson? Mr. Wilson! No, I didn't! Yes, you did!
And now for something completely different.
All right, Metal-O-Maniacs. I am super excited right now to be joined all the way from Australia, all the way from down under over there by my new friend Aaron from one of my truly favorite fucking projects, which is Mental Cavity. Thank you for joining me, sir. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing very well, mate. Thanks heaps for having me.
Oh, truly, truly thrilled, man. I tell you, we did a special on June 25th just to talk about all the fantastic releases that came out on that day, man. And amongst all of them, I kid you not, this may be my very favorite, sir.
Oh, fuck yeah. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it.
This thing goes to the gym with me. This thing gets me out of bed in the morning. This thing takes me down the road on the highway. Like, fuck yeah, brother. Thanks for joining me. So, well, let's take it from the top, man. Let's start by introducing yourself to all the Metal-O-Maniacs out there who may not know who you are just yet.
Sure. I'm Aaron. I play guitar and yell in Mental Cavity.
Fuck,
and and we've been doing this for the last couple of years, and a bunch of us used to be in a band called I Exist as well. And yeah, we're pumped that the response to this new record has been so sick. It's awesome.
Well, man, it is a sick fucking record. That's why, dude. It's a half hour of kick you in your teeth brutality, and I love that shit. You guys really take all these kind of different textures that I enjoy and meld them together very nicely, man. I mean, there's some beat downs in there. There's some, it really encompasses a lot of the aggressive stuff, and I'm all about it, brother. So
thanks. Yeah, no, that's the idea. Try and blend it all together, I suppose.
Right on, right on. Well, you alluded to the fact that this is now a 5-year-old project, is my understanding, right? You guys got together about 2016, right?
Yeah. Our old band, I Exist, kind of took a little bit of a downturn because people were having kids and buying houses and doing things like that. And then the three of us that were not doing that were like kind of, we still wanted to keep playing music together. And so we started doing Mental Cavity and kind of thought to do a bit more crusty death metal type stuff. Where I Exist is more of like stonery, hardcore. So we kind of went in the other direction, and a friend of ours, Rowan, who had filled in on guitar for I Exist in the past, was keen to play guitar for us. So the four of us just got together and started doing it.
Right. You mentioned Rowan. Who are the other guys that make up Mental Cavity, sir?
So Rowan plays guitar. Rowan's in another band called Plowshare, who are really good. And then Alex plays bass and sings, and Murph plays drums, and he wrote all the songs on this record as well, and he recorded it. And yeah, he's a freak.
And he's a freak. You're right, brother. He destroys shit back there, man. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. Well, now this project may only be 5 years old, but this is a third full-length release. You got an EP out there, man. You guys hit the ground running, huh?
Yeah. I guess because three of us had been in another band before, and we'd done a bunch of records and stuff. For us, it was kind of just like, it felt like continuing on what we were doing. We're just playing different music, basically. Well, I don't know. Our thing has always been like, we love playing music together, and there's bands that we like that just do shit really regularly, and for us, we're happy to keep being productive. And the other guys, I live in a different city to the other guys, but I have done for the last like 10 years. So for me, either I write songs or they write songs, and they send it to me, and I just sit and practice, and then when I go see them, we record it. That's the way we do it.
And break shit apart.
Yeah.
Well, man, what the hell's in the water in Australia these days, brother? Because I got to tell you, it seems like every week on the show nowadays, I'm like, and here's another badass band out of Australia ready to kick the doors in. You know, what's going on over there?
I mean, it's great. Like, I think obviously the last year's been weird because, you know, no one's been able to do much. But I mean, I think when I started playing music years and years ago, it was kind of, there wasn't such a big wave of bands coming here from overseas, I suppose. So we kind of all had to influence one another and push each other further and further. And then, you know, for quite a few years, we had, you know, lots of international touring bands coming. And then I think that leveled up everyone's game, and bands from Australia started going overseas and stuff. And then now I think that sort of combined mixed influence is just sort of permeated through all the bands here. And I mean, I think the other thing too is because we're so far away from everything, you got to try really hard to, like, I guess, get noticed by people overseas. And you got to, you know, tour with bands, make friends with people, spread your contacts out so that you can get out there. And I mean, it's not easy, but the best way to do it is just, you know, keep being productive, keep writing songs, keep trying to get better at what you're doing. And then, you know, it sort of happens over time, I guess.
Right. It's a brick by brick thing to build a building, my friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, well, and that you're throwing in the bricks. I mean, that's, you know, you're building the foundation of something kick ass. You know, I've talked to a lot of people recently that have referred to, we've become an ADD world, man, where you just, if you take even a 5-minute break, you can be forgotten in this crazy fucking world these days. So, you know, at least you're out in front of that, I guess, right?
That's it. We'll keep being very ADD.
Hey, right. We'll riddle in and riddle out that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Well, this officially is out. Like I said, on June 25th, this is officially out in the world. For the public to consume. I see it's out there on DistroKid and a lot of the different venues and stuff. What's the best place for people to pick it up if they want to pick up a copy of MASS REBEL INFEST, by the way, ladies and gentlemen? That is the name of this must-own release. You heard it from my lips right now. Must-own release, MASS REBEL INFEST.
Well, obviously it's streaming on all the, you know, Spotify and Apple Music and places like that, and you can buy it on iTunes and stuff. And then the best place to buy it's probably through our Bandcamp and Creative Destructor Records, who put it out. There's LPs and tapes, and at some point in the future we'll make CDs as well, probably, but I just haven't got around to it yet. But it's on every other platform. So.
Fuck yeah, right. Well, yeah, and it's on YouTube and everything. I noticed you got the whole thing out there on YouTube and stuff. So yeah, that's awesome, man. It's out there to be consumed, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, now that, you know, never before have records been released in such a weird landscape that we've created, you know, due to COVID and everything else. Are you able to start putting plans together to reinforce this record with some shows yet, or where are you in that process?
We got one show. Well, we got one show announced that we're playing in our hometown in a couple weeks' time, and some shows in Australia have sort of started coming back, but the vaccine rollout has been really shit here. So, like, I mean, I'm not vaccinated yet. Like, a lot of people aren't because we just can't get it yet. So the country keeps going into lockdowns, basically. So it's made it pretty difficult to try and book things. But we haven't played a show yet, but I've played some shows with other bands and stuff. So it's sort of starting to come back. It's just, it'll obviously be able to be more regular once we can get vaccinated and we stop having to get locked down. But we got plans. Like we've got some other stuff booked, you know, as the year goes on. So we're excited to do it. But yeah, I mean, the big thing for us is like you said, we need to get out there and play the songs so that people can see them.
Well,
that's the best part about being a band.
Right. Absolutely. And not only so people can see them, but I'll tell you what, I've been listening to the MASS REBEL INFEST over and over and over again. And repeatedly my brain tells me this shit needs a stage, brother. I mean, I want to I'm moshing around the living room. So I can't imagine getting into a club with thousands of people, man, in front, you know. When Downtrodden gets going, I'm breaking shit around here, brother.
I love that. Love it.
So it screams for a live show, man. It needs it. You know, that's very necessary.
Yeah, well, that's like, I mean, that's the whole reason I play music is to play it in front of people. Like, I mean, I play the music we record and the music we write. Like, I've pretty open in the past about like, I do it because I like it, but you don't play music and you don't do things for attention if you don't want attention. So
that's right, bro.
I clearly I feed off people yelling at me, so I gotta do it.
Art is not to be made in a vacuum, my friend, and that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
That's for sure. And I like we tell people out here every week, the more you support your art, the more you get of it too. So
yeah, well that's it. And I mean, I think that's kind of why we did the record like this too, because we had the stuff written and then, the lockdown started happening here. And I mean, the reality for us was like, well, what are we going to do? We're just going to wait forever, or we may as well just do it. So that's why we recorded it ourselves and got our friend Taylor to mix it for us and stuff. Like we just figured we would just try and do it the best we could, and it turned out great. So yeah, we're stoked.
Oh, phenomenal. Yeah. Well, when you put this project together, you talked a little bit about the fact that you changed your style and your approach, but was it like, man, we're just going to punish people from this this is just going to, we're going to give people a mental cavity from this shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of like the idea, like the band name and like the themes and everything from the band are kind of like, I mean, my way of, voicing my frustration. So like if the music can represent that, then it's doing a good, service to the band name, basically.
Fuck yeah. I got a buddy who refers to metal as the soundtrack for frustration and or anger. What do you say to that?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, otherwise I would probably, not be working the job that I work if I didn't have this. So.
Right. Fuck yeah, man. So goddamn true, brother. Metalheads, I've always said our brains work and we're angry, so we need music that goes along with it,
Yeah, absolutely. Like we're smart people, we know what we're doing, but we need this to get it out there,
Right. I would say it's a healthy way to do it. It's better than, some other alternatives I could think of. So
yeah, for sure. Well, it definitely has, put me in a better stead than, what I'd be doing if I wasn't doing this.
Oh, well then that brings me to the big question. What have you done the last year to survive this crazy bullshit, man? How fucked is this?
Yeah, I mean, well, at this, thankfully I work a job where I can work from home. So,
nice.
I was fortunate to not lose my job, which is good. But I mean, for me, really, I spent a lot of time, well, I mean, we started recording this. So the first part of the lockdown was like me figuring out how to record vocals at home and become good at that. So that took a little while.
Yes, sir.
And because I was completely separate to the other guys, it was like a bit of back and forth on what sounded good or what didn't sound good. And, so that was like, that took up quite a lot of time, and that kept me, I guess, pretty active in that. And then beyond that, it was just like all the little intricate things. Like I love, getting the artwork together and, working out the mixing, and then, Creative Destructor were really, keen to put it out. So it was, developing a relationship with them and starting to work out what that process would look like and stuff. So it's all been really cool and, quite surprising because, typically or historically when we've had records come out and stuff like that, it comes out after you've like, hung out with someone or you've toured with them or you met someone or whatever. And I guess it kind of just works that Taylor, who mixed it, I've known for a long time. And he just said to me, he's like, can I send this to some of my friends? And I said, of course. And, Ben from Creative Destructor was one of those friends that he sent it to and he liked it. So it sort of worked out well. So yeah, I mean, that for me, the last year has been, I mean, obviously working so that I can keep paying my mortgage, but other than that, it's just been like getting ready for this record and getting excited to get out and play shows and stuff too.
Well, and learning some new skills. I mean, hey, necessity is the mother of invention, as they say, and you are forced to adapt basically. And, honestly, you come out the other side of the window more capable as the result of it in a lot of ways. So that's always kind of a bonus, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, the big thing now for us is like we know how to do a lot of this stuff now. Like, I mean, we didn't, historically we'd always paid and gone to studios and, paid lots of money for producers and things like that, which is always good. Like, it's always worked out well. But the fact that we could do this ourselves and we figured out a way to make it sound good, and I think all that suggests for us now is like moving forward, we can just keep doing that and make it better,
Fuck yeah, man. Well, better sounds scary because it's pretty goddamn good right now, my friend. Fuck yeah. Mass Rebel Infest, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, Metal-O-Maniacs out there, you're doing yourselves a disservice if you haven't picked this up yet. It is an integral part of the soundtrack to my life here lately, I got to tell you. So,
fuck yeah, I love that.
Fucking
I love
beautiful, man. Well, I tell you, what do you say we play Downtrodden for everybody? I have kept this song in my back pocket specifically because I know you and I were going to talk, and I just can't wait to pummel people with this, man. We play this over and over and over again. I kid you not. We play it over and over and over again.
Great. Let's do it.
Fuck yeah, man. Well, Aaron, dude, I fucking appreciate the fuck out of you hanging out with us here at Metal-O-Mania. It means the world to us, sir.
No worries. Thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate, everyone checking the record out and digging it so much too. It's fucking awesome.
Oh man, it is awesome. Metal-O-Maniacs out there, go and pick it up right now. Check out this record. And we're going to play Downtrodden for you right now. Another reason, if you're not convinced yet, you're about to be.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. Thanks, Aaron. I appreciate it very much, sir.
No worries, mate. Thanks heaps for having me. I really appreciate it.
Hey, have a great one, sir. Talk to you again.
You too. Cheers, man. Thank you. Bye.
Later, brother.
Hello, this is Aaron from Mental Cavity. You're watching Metal-O-Mania with the Crypt and Scully. Brutal.
Disgust,
Are you high?
Yes. I am high on the skunk's weed.
This is deeply creepy.
Yeah, deeply.
Surprise, dumbass.
Come on, Jerry. Come on, Jerry. Kill Ellie Destroyer! Kill her! Kill her! Kill her! Kill her, Jerry! Goodbye!
To kill everyone. Satan is good. Satan is our pal.
Yes, I'm taking
Come back from that, motherfuckers!
One eye is king in the land of the blind. One eye is king in the land.
Ready to throw down? No, I just came closer to hear you better. Oh, come on, just give it a try. All right, maybe just a little.
Let it go, try to get away from what is bad. Ever the flow, boy, what you get me told to say. Everyone knows, perception isn't always what it says. What if we chose, sing a sorry song and minor key? Oh, they don't know shit. They don't know shit. Now everyone is staring at the sun because they don't know shit. They don't know.
Silence, fools, and prepare. This will be our world now. I will finally bring this prison to ruins and take it as my own.
no guts, no gory.
Man, I'm a huge fan of these shows where we have two guests come in. I really do like that. If I had my way, we would do it every week. Of course, our main editor-in-chief, Dan, would probably murder me if I turned that into our format. But I do, and I really enjoy that, man. One of the real pleasures, I love coming out here and talking dick jokes with Scully. Don't get me wrong. I love that. I love coming out every week and putting together a playlist of new stuff for everybody to check out. I even love to make sure that we have the old school jam in there. But the real passion, man, is being able to talk to these bands and catch up to them. And, you know, I love the fuck out of that. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very awesome.
And you can tell.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. I've been told I have a childlike quality, and I'm going to try to take that as a compliment. I'm not sure it is, but that's how I'm taking it. So we'll roll with it.
Childlike is a compliment. Childish
yeah,
is a little different, but
yeah, right on.
I think I'm probably the only one that calls you that.
It might be 6 of one and a half dozen of the other. But we did follow up our chat with Mental Cavity with a little Intestinal Hex. Intestinal Hex. Suddenly Psychotic was the name of that song, by the way. That releases The Exalted Chambers of Abhorrence. And that, again, was back to Canada. Canada all night, man. A debut for you. That was a debut. So if you're drinking, smoking, fingering somebody's butt, whatever did you do?
Whoa.
Time to do it. And then that last song we just played for you was Inferi, man. Inferi is so great. I've loved them forever. The new release is coming out out of Nashville, Tennessee, man. They're basically legends at this point. I do notice that the more their releases come out, the more technical they seem to be as well. And I'm all for that trend. I enjoy the tech stuff. And Vile Genesis is the new release. Mesmeric Horror was that song. And yes, we're not worthy. We're not worthy, guys, because that's just silly. I love that band. They're just so good. So very good. I know our buddy Kyle from Invecta is also a big fan. Me and him have been talking a little bit behind the scenes about that band. So, excuse me, I just got hit with like a wave of something. But I was probably them songs did it to me. Or you did it to me. Whatever. I'm already thinking about the rules I'm going to impose on you, by the way, when I run your life.
Okay.
So there's going to be a lot. You're going to walk funny. I'm just going to leave that there for now. So
I know. I'm going to never have any clothes. As long as you're able
You're
to
never
make
gonna have
it
any
so I
clothes
don't have
on.
to ever
Yeah.
leave the house, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll talk.
Awesome. And you'll never wear clothes again, though. Never again. You might be able to hang something over these just for recording shows purposes so that we don't get thrown off the internet. So, but yeah, there you go. I do, man, huge thanks to Evile and Mental Cavity for coming by tonight. It means the world to me. Don't go anywhere. We're going to close with 3 songs tonight.
Okay.
The way the playlist fell, I decided, fuck it, let's close with 3 kick-ass jams because I don't want to miss any of these. And, we got to keep up with keeping the shit out. So, I do want to bring that up to you, too. I might take off a week or 2 from now because we do have the draft coming up. We got a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. If I was smarter, I would have taken off a week or 2 over the last couple of weeks because we're building the studio. We have the Thralls guys in. We have my birthday. We're trying to get out of town. We literally redid our bathroom.
Yeah, like last year we didn't do a show every single week, nonstop every week.
Yeah, we did, though. We did 49 shows in 2020.
Well, that's not...
That's pretty close. It's pretty close to every week. But the point being, though, I feel like it's a disservice to the bands we talk to, though. I have trouble putting off a week if I have an interview in the can. I don't want it to get stale. I don't want to talk to a band and then have it be like 3, 4, 5 weeks later before we air it. I feel like that's a disservice to the band. So I thought about taking off next week at one point, but we have Militaria coming in. We're going to be talking to Cognitive, 2 huge, great bands that I really love that I'm so on. And the new releases from both of them are silly, and I don't want to, I feel like I owe that to the bands and to you, the listeners that follow our show, to make sure that you get to check that out. So, but I currently don't have another interview in the can. We're about to talk to Space Chaser soon. Depending on when that falls, I guess we're going to take a week or 2 off, though, in August so we can get ready for our fantasy football shit behind the scenes.
Okay.
So we will have a week or 2 coming off soon, but it isn't next week. So come hang out with us next week. I'll tell you. We're talking
doing
to
a
Militaria.
show while we're at the beach.
Yeah, we'll pre-do the show, and then we'll be at the beach, and we'll air it. So, because, again, Militaria and Cognitive, I've already talked to them. I don't want the interviews to get stale. It's going to be a good time.
See. Okay.
We'll talk. So, but it's going to be a good time. Please do come out. I'm rearranging my life to bring you metal, so watch the show.
Before vacation.
Maybe I could be talked into doing it the following week, but I'll have to clear it with the bands. But what else? Please do start watching. Follow our Spotify playlist, please. It features all of the bands that we've had on the show. So this week we will be adding Mental Cavity and Evile to our Spotify playlist, which is awesome. They'll be the featured bands of the week. Tombstone Blue was last week. Thanks to those guys again. But follow that. Make sure you follow our YouTube channel. Follow us on Podbean. If you watch the show on Stream Spot, there's a chance that may be coming to an end soon. We may be having a little bit of a disagreement with those folks. So we'll see how that plays
People don't seem
out.
to like it much anyway, honestly.
We have so many problems with them.
We have a lot of trouble with it.
It's expensive. It's problematic. People don't generally like it. So we might be getting away from them and doing more Podbean, Utreon-based stuff and trying to get more on our YouTube stuff. So please do help us grow those things. What else? We're definitely taking off the August 18th. That one's for sure. And but that's about it. We'll be talking to Space Chaser soon. I believe that brings us up to current. So,
all right, excellent.
So I'll introduce these 3 songs, and then what do you say? We'll go get ready for episode 223 already. We'll get to it, and then we'll go to Atlantic City. We'll build a house. We'll build a fucking. Let's redo the yard. Let's build a fucking skyscraper down the street because we don't have enough going on.
Now he's being a jerk
behind the scenes. Well, we started our bathroom like in April, and that night my jaw fell apart. People may not realize. We started to redo our bathroom, and a cyst grew in my jaw. We ended up in the hospital. We ended up in surgeries. It's we've gone through it.
Remember the story.
Yeah, all right. Let's play music. I got a 3-pack for you to close out episode 222. We're going to open it up with some Temple of Dread. Temple of Dread is a German death metal outfit that is on fire. This is their 3rd full-length outing. It's called Hades Unleashed. We're going to play Crypts of Gorgon from it. Behind that will be Wormwitch, the Wolves of Ulcery. Wolf Hex is their release from Canada again. And this is, again, just a fantastic, badass release. 3rd full length. It comes out in full on August 27th. So if you haven't pre-ordered it, you're probably not my friend. And our last song of the night before we get out of here, and if you don't mind when it's over, hit the lights and lock the door for me. We're going to play some Sedair. Sedair Sea Beggars is the name of this jam. The release is called 80 Years War or Dutch War of Independence.
Okay.
Right out of the Netherlands. Their 4th full-length album. It just came out on July 23rd, so you may purchase it today. And we suggest that you do.
Okay.
Right on, Skulls?
Hell yeah.
Ready to get the fuck out of here then?
I think so.
Let's mosh around this room for 3 songs, and then we'll go out and do something else.
3 songs. That's a lot of moshing.
Fuck yeah, let's do it, man. Hey, thank you everybody for supporting the show. Thank you again to Evile and to Mental Cavity for coming by. And don't forget again, next week, Militaria, Cognitive, right here on Metal-O-Mania. Don't want to miss it. See y'all next week.
Bye, guys.
I will burn this place to the ground and fuck the ashes. I have been blowing loads since the dawn of time.
Was that too far?
That part made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, at the time it seemed funny.
No, and I like fucked up stuff like that.
It's like my Uncle Kagi once said, with great power comes great big booty bitches.
That is not what he said.
He totally said it.
He did not say that.
Totally did.
Oh no, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Oh.
Motherfucker just took my money.
Fuck! God damn it! God damn it! Shut the fuck up, you cocksucker! I fucked your mother!
It's the still and silent sea that drowns a man.
This just in. Scientists have discovered that once you've been infected by Metal-O-Mania, there is no cure. Contact Scully right away for more and more metal to feed the dragon.
Hey everyone, this is Dominic from Task Force Toxicator, and you are watching Metal-O-Mania with the Crypt and Scully.
Hey guys, this is Vision Serpent. You're watching Metal-O-Mania with the Crypt and Scully.
Yeah!